Grand Rising, dear fam. I just finished with my morning workout, my meditation, my affirmations. But one of the things that came up for me this morning that I wanted to share with everyone, being a vegan, I just wanted to mention some of the mistakes that I've made. Now, I was diagnosed over 5 years ago with hypertension, high blood pressure. It was a mild case of high blood pressure, and it was extending itself over to more of a medium level because of the numbers, the readings I was getting. So some of the symptoms that I was experiencing is a lot of vision issues, um, fatigueness, shortness of breath, headaches, pain in my left shoulder, um, being really fatigued and burnt out whenever I try to climb a hill or do any form of exercise, mild exercises, etc. So I had to change my diet. I had to start exercising and doing a whole bunch of things. So one of the things that I decided to do because of health reasons was to go on a more plant-based shift, plant-based diet. Decided to just go straight in and be a vegan. Although I've been a vegan many times in my life previously, in this life here, in this journey. As a child, I spent a few years being a vegan. As a young adult, also a few years being a vegan. Now, this time being a vegan mainly occurred because of health issues, having high cholesterol, high blood pressure, um, issues with my heart. So I had to shift my way of eating, and the biggest thing was digestive issues. So I just wanted to come on here and let everyone know that being a vegan, which I didn't realize, being a vegan will not cure high blood pressure. Once you're diagnosed with high blood pressure, once that has happened, there is no cure, right? However, this diet can help to manage it and control it even without using medication. This diet can help to control it. It will not cure it. If you go back to eating the way you were eating or doing the things that you were doing before, it will really come down heavy on you and could even be detrimental. So that is very, very important to mention that, because a lot of people like myself thought that going into a vegan lifestyle or a plant-based lifestyle, you would immediately cure everything, right? Which is not true. You still have to be careful. You still have to take your medication. And if you choose not to use the medication to control it, then you have to follow steps, life-changing steps that will manage it. And even if you're using the medication, you still have to follow steps to shift different things in your life that will cause detrimental harm to yourself, even more, even death, if you don't make those changes. So, like I said, more than 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, and that started the journey towards change and shift in my life. Being a health coach, I can help teach these steps in how to shift and change these habits so that you can build better habits for your health and for your future to have a better life, managing whatever ailments that you're going through, because it all can be managed through your habit shift, way of eating, way of taking care of yourself and your stress levels and so forth. It will not cure, but it will help you to not get worse and will make you much better. You can, live a healthier, more happier, fulfilled life. So high blood pressure occurs, if some people don't know, high blood pressure occurs regularly when the blood regularly flows through the veins at a high rate of pressure, right? You can actually feel it. You can feel the blood, really pushing through your veins, because I feel it sometimes. right? And that's basically what high blood pressure is, believe it or not. I was in denial when I got diagnosed with high blood pressure. Like me, I'm invincible. But guess what? We're not invincible. I am not invincible, right? So, realizing how delicate the human body is makes it a bit more motivating to take care of the body. The body can serve us up to a certain point because the body's created to repair itself. But if we keep pushing and breaking down the body with the way that we're eating and the harmful things that we're putting into our body, all the drugs, all the chemicals, stress, and all of that, your body will eventually break down. So, high blood pressure, which is also called hypertension, is also known as the silent killer. And why is this so? Because it often has no symptoms. So you can have high blood pressure and not even know. Even when you're diagnosed with high blood pressure, your pressure can be really high, which is from my experience. My pressure could be really high, and I don't feel any symptoms. I feel quite well. And then there are other times where I have the symptoms of high blood pressure, and then when I check, there's no, I don't, my blood pressure is okay. So my blood pressure is not constantly high at all times. There are times when my blood pressure is just okay. It's at normal reading and everything is fine. And then poof, suddenly it can go sky high just like that without me even having stress, or without, even if I'm eating well or whatever, I could just finish a workout or something and then suddenly my blood pressure is high. That's how blood pressure works. Once you're diagnosed with blood pressure, there is no cure. You just have to be cautious. You just have to be careful. I also keep my medication just in case I have to go back on it. But for the past few years, I have not needed to go back on my blood pressure. But I am very responsible with myself, and I monitor my pressure. I get checked regularly just to make sure that I have it under control. And um, again, medication is almost always an option to lower your blood pressure, but I will give you some guidelines on how to manage your blood pressure without medication. So be very careful with high blood pressure because, again, it's a silent killer because it often has no symptoms, and this is why it's important to get checked regularly. High blood pressure has no cure, but it can be controlled, it can be managed. So, here are a few tips that I use to also manage and control my blood pressure. So, these things also helps to lower the blood pressure as well. So exercise regularly. That's number one. Exercise regularly. This will help to keep your heart strong. Change your diet. Whatever you were eating before has led you to get in this issue, right? It's not a disease. High blood pressure is not a disease. It's a condition. It's an incurable condition. So you need to change your diet. So change your diet, let go of all the high fats and the high sodium foods. That's really detrimental to your body. So if you have high blood pressure and you're still eating high fatty foods and high sodium foods, processed foods, you are killing yourself. You need to stop that immediately. And if you find that you cannot stop, reach out to me, a health coach, and I can help you with your habit shift to let go of this way and come into a new paradigm for your health, for your benefit. Just as I was able to, get that help for me and to shift off of this. Eat lots of vegetables, whole grains, high fiber, high proteins, plant-based proteins. Now I'm vegan, so I am not one to recommend meats or animal products, but if you have to, eat high quality lean meats. Those will help you. Eat a lot of high fiber, a lot of raw foods, raw vegetables and greens and nuts and this kind of stuff. Maintain your weight and release the toxins. This will reduce the strain on the heart. It's always recommended when you're diagnosed with high blood pressure to lose weight, and you have to maintain that weight loss as well. so that you're not putting additional strain on the heart. With this condition, you have to take care of the heart so much. Your heart is your the number one focus, to take care of that heart, because that's one of the things that deteriorates with high blood pressure. With all that pressure flowing of blood flowing through the veins, all of that goes to the heart, and with that rapid speed, it puts a lot of strain on that heart. So weight loss is very, very, very important. One of the things that you have to incorporate, you're not seeing it as just a diet, but you're seeing it as a lifetime shift, a habit shift, a way of life now, incorporating detoxes as often as possible. This is why you see I'm always advertising detoxes, and I'm detoxing a lot, because I need to maintain a strong heart, cleaning my arteries often, making sure that the blood is flowing rapidly, but make sure that I'm not clogging anything, and to make sure that I'm repairing as often as possible, because the condition that I have is very detrimental and it's very serious. So the detox will help, and you incorporate all of this as a lifestyle change, a lifestyle shift. When you see it as a lifestyle shift, you realize that this is the way that moving forward, this is your life now, this is your life moving forward. And not to regret or feel sad that you have to let go of the old ways, but just give thanks that you were able to enjoy certain things that you did before. Now it's time to shift the mindset and enjoy a more healthier way moving forward. So reduce your sodium and your processed foods, very, very important. But it's really best to eliminate processed foods and high sodium from your diet entirely. But everything in small steps. So begin by reducing it as much as possible, with the intentions of cutting it out completely. Lower your stress levels. Stress really increases strain on the heart a lot. It increases strain and pressure on the body, and it just causes the body to break down. So now that we are going through a lot of strain because of the high blood pressure, we cannot put additional on top of ourselves. So stress with high blood pressure is not a good formula. So lowering your stress levels is very important. So to help, you meditate, you find joy in hobbies, find the joy, look for the positive in everything that you're doing, look for the positive in all situations, because that will help your stress level. No matter what challenges that come before you, become optimistic and start looking for the positives in everything. Work on your self-care so you can have that balance, that feel good, increase that feel good in your nervous system, in your hormones. Incorporate that through self-care, getting yourself a massage, a facial, fixing your nails, getting your hair done, tidying yourself, giving yourself a little foot spa, whatever it takes to make yourself feel good through self-care. Work on that through your diet, through using different herbs as well. All of that is self-care. Even brushing your teeth, washing your hair, going to the beach, all of that is a part of self-care. Exercise is very important. Being present in the moment, just being in that mindful state of being present, that also helps to release your stress. Being more mindful, being more aware of yourself. Practice gratitude, practice breathing techniques. All of this will help to reduce your stress. Limit your alcohol intake, but it's best to quit it completely, because alcohol, believe it or not, in a drastic way, it raises your blood pressure. All right, so you're suffering from high blood pressure, you should not be drinking, because that is high detrimental right there. Stop smoking. Everyone knows that smoking just creates everything, magnifies whatever illnesses that you're going through. This creates additional health issues. So just do your best to just rip it like a plaster. Stop smoking. If you don't lower your blood pressure, it's really highly detrimental to you. Your loved ones will suffer because they will watch you suffer. Your if you don't lower your blood pressure, other issues will happen. Kidney damage, stroke, damage to your heart and your arteries, memory loss, angina, vision loss, right? So these are some other side effects that will happen in regards to high blood pressure. Some of the symptoms of high blood pressure, although many times we show no symptoms with it, most times I show no symptoms with high blood pressure. When I was first diagnosed with this, I went to two other doctors, and the same thing, they monitored my blood pressure because I was not feeling sick or anything like that. Yes, there were times that I felt fatigue and all of that, but many times my blood pressure was high. I was not even feeling anything. So that's just weird. Anyway, some of the symptoms that some people will experience are headaches, shortness of breath, nosebleeds, dizziness, blurred vision, chest pain, swollen abdomen, fatigue, etc. Again, sometimes no symptoms are shown, but regular checkups are really necessary. So I just thought that this was very important to share with everyone. So, live well, be healthy, be gentle with yourself. Reach out for some coaching if you need any assistance in regards to your health, in regards to building your awareness. I'm very happy to, teach what I know. Um, One of the great things in being a health coach, studying with Health Coach Institution, HCI, is that they taught me really good tools that helps me to deliver and to reach, into the neurons and to help to shift different thought patterns, beliefs, and to shift that to a new paradigm where you can be successful in achieving your health goals and moving forward in a better way. Right? So reach out to me. I'm very happy to assist. Let's book a call. My number is 784-2024. So give me a call and let's set up a meeting, our first meeting. Complimentary. I do take donations, but the first meeting will be complimentary because that will be our discovery call, where I will listen and see where you're coming from and what needs, what help that you need, what support that you need. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Peace.